So series. So we have seen that nature of an infinite series will depend on the behavior of its sequence of partial sum. So let me write here that an infinite series say un converges, diverges or oscillates. Whenever I say oscillates, I'm considering both cases. I mean finitely or infinitely according as the sequence Sn of its partial sum. Converges, diverges or oscillates finitely or infinitely. ठीक है, ये रिजल्ट। मेरी आवाज तो आ रही ना आप लोग को? यस
Yes, sir.
So let us do more questions on this before looking at here. You can see that a positive term series in the result is a positive term series. I mean in which all the terms are positive, either converges or diverges to plus infinity. Either converges or diverges to plus infinity. So let us look at how this is going on, that a positive term series is convergent. So for the proof of this statement that any positive term series is either converges or diverges to plus infinity, so we have seen that if you notice the previous statement here, that any infinite series converges, diverges or oscillates accordingly as the sequence Sn of its partial sum converges, diverges or oscillates respectively. Okay, so suppose this series un be a positive term series, be a positive term series. For proof of this statement, and Sn be its partial sum, and Sn be its partial sum. Actually, this article is this one is for positive term series, but this relation holds for any series. I have not here mentioned that whether un must be positive or such type of restriction. So remember, whether it is a positive term series or alternating series, if you know the nature of the sequence Sn, so according to it, we will say that the nature of Un. So suppose summation series Un be a positive term series and Sn be its partial sum, then you can see here that how Sn plus 1 is defined. If you recall, then n plus 1th partial sum is basically sum of first n plus 1 terms. Is it? Sum of first n plus 1 terms of the sequence. So up to here, see, up to here, up to Un, I can write up to here Sn, because sum of first n terms as per definition of sequence of partial sum, nth partial sum. So one can write it as Sn plus U of n plus 1. Is it? And since this series is positive, it means that Un is greater than 0. That Un is strictly greater than 0 for every n. I mean, whatever n you will put, each of the term of the series is going to be strictly positive. So from here, I can say that Sn plus 1 minus Sn, that is Un plus 1, is strictly greater than 0 for every n. Can I say this?
Yes.
Yes. So what it shows? It shows that yes, sequence Sn is monotonically increasing. I think someone mic is creating disturbance. Please mute your mic. Sn is a monotonically increasing sequence. Actually, some proofs are important to discuss. So this shows that Sn. Now, if I am able to show that this monotonically increasing sequence is bounded above, then by the previous result, we also already know that any increasing sequence and bounded above is going to be to converge. And if it is not bounded above, then it will diverge to plus infinity. So this proof is, so you can write here that case first, when Sn is bounded above, then this implies that series Un is convergent. ठीक है ना, देखो प्रूफ आसान है, आपको सिर्फ केस सेकेंड, when Sn is not bounded above, this implies series Un diverges to plus infinity. So this ensures that whenever any positive term series is given to us, so it will either converge or diverge. So just check whether your sequence is of partial sum is bounded or not. But this will apply to any series. I have not here applied the restriction that Un is greater than 0. So whether it's an alternating series, this will be valid to anyone. But this one is an important result, one of the particular case of this one. So let us see some problems based on this. Okay. Question is, let us do some questions. Show that the series one square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus n square diverges to plus infinity. Now, what are the options available to you? The first one is that you need to look at its nth partial sum. And you can notice that each term of this series is positive. And as per previous result, any positive term series will either converge or diverge to plus infinity. Any positive term series will either converge or diverge to plus infinity. So let us look at its nth partial sum. So as per definition, is nth partial sum. Nth partial sum. Always write nth partial sum and look at its nature. So sum, this is basically u1 plus u2 plus up to un. So suppose I need sum of first n terms. So it is basically 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. And you know what is the sum of square of first n terms? It is basically equal to nn plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Now, what about this Sn? Is it bounded? Is Sn bounded? So look, when n tends to infinity, this one is not bounded.
No, sir.
Or give me how to discard that this one is not bounded. Give me any m. I can always produce n such that Sn is greater than m.
Yes, sir.
So answer is no. This series is not bounded. So as per previous result, now look at this result which we have studied earlier. That a positive term series either converges or diverges to plus infinity. And its second case, because a positive term series is always monotonically increasing. Any positive term series is always monotonically increasing. And if it is not bounded above, then it has to diverge to plus infinity. So just use this result and we have this. So since a positive term series is monotonically increasing, and you can also directly verify from here. See, S1 is 1 square and S2 is 1 square plus 2 square. So clearly you can see that S2 is greater than S1. So in this way, one can always check directly that this series monotonically increasing but not bounded. But Sn is not bounded. Very good. So this implies that series. In fact, you can write first of all sequence. Sequence Sn is will diverge to plus infinity. Plus infinity, and hence series un. You can call this as series un. Okay, series given series un diverge to plus infinity. थोड़ा सा रिजल्ट और कुछ चीजें प्रैक्टिस कर लेते हैं साथ में, तो आसान है. मैंने आपको पहले ही कहा ना, थोड़ा सा आपको कुछ रिजल्ट ख्याल करना है यहाँ पे, और तो मुझे लगता है इसमें किसी को प्रॉब्लम होगी. चलिए एक क्वेश्चन और करते हैं. डिस्कस द कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ, ये टोटल अप्लाइड है, थोड़ा सा इसमें कुछ स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट उसके बाद देखो तो टोटली अप्लाइड है और आसान होता है स्कोर करना किसी भी कंपटीशन में. और अदरवाइज मैं हर तरह के 2-2 4-4 एग्जांपल करा दे रहा हूं, आपको एक मिनिमम आइडिया दे देता हूं, बुक से आप सारे क्वेश्चंस कर जाएंगे. डिस्कस द कन्वर्जेंस और अदरवाइज ऑफ द सीरीज 1/1 into 2 plus 1/2 into 3 plus 1/3 into 4. 1 into 2 है, 1.2 नहीं है, 1 into 2 plus 1 upon and so on, 1 upon n plus 1 to infinity. Can you write its general term of this series? Can you tell me the general term of this series? I mean nth term. Suppose this one is your u1, this one is your u2, this one is your u3. So in general, what will be un? Very good. So u1 is basically 1 upon n into n plus. Yeah, this one is your
One.
un. So one can write un as 1 upon n minus 1 upon n plus 1. Is it? You can partially factorize it.
Yes, sir.
If one can write it as 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. But this is the nth term. Nth term. Now look at its nth partial sum. So basically Sn is u1 plus nth partial sum. Nth partial sum. So as per definition, Sn is u1 plus u2 plus up to un. Now observe here that u1 is equal to, just put n equal to 1 in this relation. So it is 1 minus 1 upon 2. u2 is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. u3 is equal to 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. And un is equal to 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. Now look, this one is basically a telescopic series in which this gets cancelled out. 1 by 2 gets cancelled out 1 by 3. So we have the first term as 1 and the last term as, so I can say that from here, yes, from that u1 plus u2 plus un is equal to 1 minus 1. Very good. This term will also get cancelled out from the previous term. So 1 minus 1 upon n plus 1. And this is what your Sn. This is what your nth partial sum. So I can write it as 1 minus 1 upon n plus 1. Now one can easily check the nature of this sequence Sn. Okay. Sn क्या जा रहा है? n tending to infinity पे किसको जा रहा है? 1 को. So clearly it's Sn converges to 1. There are different ways. I mean, use Archimedean property about 1, or you can use limit superior, limit inferior, that technique, because both will converge to 1. Limit superior and limit inferior of the sequence Sn both will be 1. Yes, also one can use, look, each term of the series is positive. So obviously Sn is going to be monotonically increasing. I mean, this one is monotonically increasing and bounded. So this ensures that the series is going to converge, and you can check limit superior, limit inferior, both will be 1. Limit. So there are different ways. Oh, limit inferior of Sn is 1. So this implies that sequence Sn converges to 1. So this implies series un. I am calling this one as series un. So it's obvious. I'm not writing every time. So series un converges to 1. Converges to 1. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से क्वेश्चंस आप करेंगे. आप चाहो तो आर्किमेडियन प्रॉपर्टी भी प्रूव कर सकते हो 1 के नेबरहुड में. I mean, whatever epsilon neighborhood of 1 you will choose, only finite members will remain outside. So that one is also a technique to show. Okay. Now there is very important, one of the very important result. In fact, you can call it claim is that you can mark it as an important point, necessary condition. If a series un is convergent, then limit of un will be equal to 0. I mean, this un will converge to 0. Is the converse also true? True. Or I can frame this question like this, that you can also call this as necessary condition for convergence. Basically, this one comes necessary condition for convergence. Or you can frame this question as, yeah, if summation un is convergent, this implies limit of un is equal to 0. So you can think like this. Look at this one. If series is convergent, so as per definition, if a series is convergent, then its sequence of nth partial sum will be convergent. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And we know that every convergent sequence is Cauchy. So Sn is also going to be Cauchy. Now apply the definition of Cauchy here, because in R, if convergent sequences are Cauchy and Cauchy sequences are convergent, we have already done that result. Now apply definition of Cauchy. So as per definition of Cauchy, for any given epsilon greater than 0, there exists P belonging to n such that nth partial sum of n plus pth term minus nth term should be less than epsilon for every n belonging to n. This one is the definition of Cauchy sequence. Now, if it is true for every n, look, if it is true for every n, then it will be also true for n equal to 1. In particular, for n equal to 1. So put n equal to 1. What you will get? S of 1 plus p, put n equal to 1 here, minus sum of first p terms. This should be less than epsilon. And can you tell me what is this? Sum of p plus 1 terms minus sum of p terms. Basically, this one is your pth term. Is this? नहीं समझ में आया. अच्छा ये बताओ, चलो एक काम करो, ये S1 क्या होता है? U1. S2 by definition क्या? U1 plus U2. So what is S2 minus S1? U2.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, what is S3 minus S2? Will be U3.
Yes,
So
sir.
what will be S of P plus 1 terms minus S of P? P plus 1.
Yes, sir.
Or I can write it as U P plus 1 minus 0 is less than epsilon.
Yes, sir.
For P belonging to n. So this is what this implies, that limit of un is equal to 0. नहीं समझ में आया. un दिखाने, un की लिमिट 0 दिखाने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए? 0 के हर एक नेबरहुड में
Yes, sir.
There should there should I mean outside every neighborhood of zero, epsilon neighborhood of zero, there lies only finite members.
Yes, sir.
So that I have already shown, or you can interpret it in let me explain in other way. Okay, so अगर इस तरह क्लियर नहीं हुआ तो एक काम करते हैं, हालांकि सिर्फ वो इंटरप्रिटेशन का फर्क है, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. Okay, it's already given that if a series un is convergent, then we have to show that limit of un is 0. So suppose that so I'm not going to write every time that Sn denote the nth partial sum. Yes. So since it's given that series un is convergent, so this implies that sequence of nth partial sum is going to be convergent. That this means its limit is going to be finite and unique, or you can say that limit superior, limit inferior, both will be equal and finite and will be equal. So now, so I can also say that limit of Sn minus 1 is equal to S. Now, as per definition, Sn is defined as u1 plus u2 plus u1 minus 1 plus u1. And Sn minus 1 is u1 plus u2. Basically, I want nth term up to un minus 1. So from here, one can write Sn minus Sn plus 1 is equal to un. And since series is convergent, so whether you take Sn minus 1, each is going to converge to the same limit. Not take limit on both sides. Take limit on both sides. So limit Sn minus, I'm not writing every time here n tends to infinity. That one is obvious. Take limit on both sides. So this will is S minus real number S is equal to limit of un is equal to 0. Okay, limit n tending to infinity un 0. So this shows that is convergent. Convergent and converges to, sorry, series convergent and limit un is equal to 0. So give me a counter example where converse is not true. Converse of above theorem is not true. Can you give me an example? Already I have discussed. I mean, that is nth term may tend to 0. as n tends to infinity, even if the series is not convergent. So you can take, for example, you can take this one, summation 1 by n, or you can call it summation un. So clearly limit of un is equal to 0, but summation 1 by n is divergent. Why it is divergent? Because as Sn is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by n is not Cauchy. It's sequence of partial sum, hence not convergent. So that proof already I have discussed. I mean, you can prove here that S2n minus Sn cannot be less than 1 by 4. For epsilon is equal to, you can choose epsilon is equal to, take 1 by 4, and you cannot make this one less than 1 by 4. So hence not Cauchy. But its nth term, look here, its nth term is tending to 0. However, this series is not convergent. ठीक है ना, तो इसका कन्वर्ज टू नहीं है. अगर सीरीज कन्वर्ज कर रहा हो तो nth टर्म भी 0 को जाएगा, nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 होगी, लेकिन nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 जा रही हो तो सीरीज कन्वर्ज करे ये जरूरी नहीं है. ठीक है, और कोई एग्जांपल? हालांकि इस पे अब और भी एग्जांपल आप चाहो तो देख सकते हो इस तरह, लेकिन इससे एक फायदा होगा, जैसे मान लो किसी सीरीज की अगर nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 नहीं जा रही होगी ना, तो वहीं से आपको आगे चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप सारे लोग इसी वक्त आ गए. चलो, okay, and remember here that a sequence is said to be null sequence if limit of u1 is equal to 0. Now you can notice here that what about cos 1 by n square? Cos 1 by n square के बारे में क्या?
Cos 1 by n square convergent.
हाँ देखो, नेसेसरी एंड सफिशिएंट कंडीशन क्या है? पहले nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 जाना चाहिए. अगर आप ये शो कर दो कि पहले nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 ही नहीं जा रही, तो वैसे सीरीज को आगे चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं, आप वहीं से डायरेक्ट क्लेम कर सकते हो कि इट इज नॉट कन्वर्जेंट. फॉर एग्जांपल, लुक एट दिस वन, cos 1 by n square. देखो ये nth टर्म की लिमिट क्या होगी? So I can say that cos 1 by n square, this series is not convergent, is not, since cos 1 by n square इसकी लिमिट 1 जा रही है, जबकि रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, नेसेसरी कंडीशन क्या है, 0 जानी चाहिए. समझ आ गया? जब n टेंडिंग टू इंफिनिटी लोगे तो cos 0 किसको जाएगा? 1 को. हेंस नॉट कन्वर्जेंट. आगे समझे?
Yes.
ऐसे और भी बना सकते हो आप, बहुत से बना सकते हो. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही कुछ. वो
n upon n plus 1.
very good, n upon n plus 1 as a series, n upon n plus 1. So first take limit of n upon n plus 1, it is equal to 1, hence not convergent. ये यहीं से डिस्कार्ड हो जाएगा, hence not, hence series is not convergent. As a sequence this is convergent, but as a series n upon n plus 1 is not convergent. ठीक है ना, is not convergent. ठीक है, अब कंपैरिजन टेस्ट और इसके बाद कंपैरिजन टेस्ट करा दूं तो फिर मुझे वो कराना है टेलीस्कोपिक सीरीज के कर दो क्वेश्चंस, और इसके बाद अल्टरनेटिंग सीरीज। तो मैं शॉर्ट में डिस्कशन करा दे रहा हूं, फिर कंबाइंड क्वेश्चंस करेंगे। अल्टरनेटिंग सीरीज में बेसिकली लेबनिज टेस्ट और हाँ, क्या क्लास है आप लोगों की अभी?
sin 1 by n square।
साइन 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर। अब देखो हाँ, ये जैसे इन्होंने एग्जांपल पूछा कि व्हाट अबाउट साइन 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर, तो अभी मैं नेसेसरी कंडीशन, तो नेसेसरी कंडीशन तो ये फुलफिल कर रहा है, ठीक है ना। साइन 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर की बात करेंगे तो लिमिट n टेंडिंग टू इंफिनिटी साइन 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर कन्वर्जेस टू 0, क्योंकि n टेंडिंग टू साइन 0 0 होता है। सो यहां से क्या इंटरप्रेट करेंगे, देयरफॉर चांसेस ऑफ कन्वर्जेंस, अभी भी ये इंश्योर नहीं हुआ कि कन्वर्ज करेगा, देयरफॉर चांसेस ऑफ साइन 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर टू कन्वर्ज। वो अलग बात है कि वो हम कंपैरिजन टेस्ट से देखेंगे कि इट इज।
सर यहाँ पे एक्सपेंशन पता कर सकते हैं, sin x की एक्सपेंशन।
हाँ हाँ, वो अभी आएंगे। मतलब मैंने ये इंटरप्रेट किया कि अभी हम इससे ये कहेंगे, वो देखो बहुत से कई टेस्ट है, सबसे आसान तो कंपैरिजन टेस्ट, आप 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर से कंपेयर करो। अभी मैं जो बताया नहीं है कंपैरिजन टेस्ट, इसलिए मैं नहीं लिख रहा हूँ। लेकिन यहां से अभी क्या इंटरप्रेट करेंगे, अगर आपकी nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 जा रही है तो चांसेस है कन्वर्ज करने का। अब वो हमें कोई फर्दर टेस्ट यूज करके, या तो आप सीक्वेंस ऑफ nth पार्शियल सम देख लो, तो वहां से हम इंटरप्रेट करेंगे। लेकिन अगर पहले ये लिमिट अगर 0 नहीं जा रही तो हमारा यही डिस्कार्ड हो जाएगा कि हमें आगे चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं। ये बात क्लियर हुई?
यस सर।
जैसे समझो, इधर देखो, आप एज अ सीरीज 1 बाई एन ले लो और एज अ सीरीज 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर ले लो। ये क्या है, डाइवर्जेंट। एज अ सीरीज ये डाइवर्जेंट है, और अभी
Yes, sir.
आगे मैं बताऊंगा कि ये कन्वर्जेंट है।
यस सर, ये कन्वर्जेंट है।
लेकिन nth टर्म दोनों की 0 जा रही है।
यस सर।
बात समझ आई? एज अ
यस
सीक्वेंस
सर।
1 बाई एन कन्वर्जेंट है, एज अ सीक्वेंस 1 बाई एन स्क्वायर भी 0 कन्वर्जेंट है। दोनों नेसेसरी कंडीशन, सफिशिएंट कंडीशन भी फुलफिल कर रहा है। लेकिन ये सीरीज क्या निकल के आएगा, डाइवर्जेंट। वो कॉशी वाले से जब दिखाया था कि सीक्वेंस ऑफ nth पार्शियल सम इज नॉट कॉशी एंड नॉट कन्वर्जेंट, इसका प्रूफ अभी मैं आगे दूंगा, ठीक है। तो ये एग्जांपल आपको याद डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए जरूरी है कि ये सफिशिएंट कंडीशन का मीनिंग क्या होता है। आप लोगों को एक लेक्चर मैंने बताया था नेसेसरी और सफिशिएंट में डिफरेंस, क्लियर है?
यस सर। यस सर।
अगर सफिशिएंट कंडीशन फेल होता है, सो आई मीन आप लोगों को बताया था डिफरेंशियबिलिटी इंप्लाइज कंटिन्यूटी। डिफरेंशियबिलिटी इंप्लाइज ये बहुत अच्छा है दोनों में डिफरेंशिएट करने को, कंटिन्यूटी है ना। कंटिन्यूटी के होने के लिए ये नेसेसरी कंडीशन है ना, P इंप्लाइज Q, ये नेसेसरी है। देखो अगर, सॉरी, आपको यहां बताया था, और negation of statement Q will imply negation of statement P. P means not continuous, implies not differentiable, not differentiable. लेकिन अगर continuous है, so you cannot guarantee of differentiability. I mean it can be differentiable, it cannot be differentiable. Difference समझ में आया? अगर मैं कहूं कि कोई फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस है तो आप क्या कहोगे, what about its differentiability? It may be differentiable, it may be not. There are a lot of functions which are continuous but not differentiable. For example, you can take mod x. Mod x about 0. This function is continuous but not differentiable. तो चीजें डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो आपको ये, लेकिन हाँ ये तो क्लियर है ना। तो कंटिन्यूटी डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी के लिए क्या है, सफिशिएंट कंडीशन है, सॉरी ये सफिशिएंट कंडीशन है, सॉरी नेसेसरी कंडीशन है ना। क्योंकि तो ये नेसेसरी कंडीशन, नेसेसरी क्यों कंडीशन है, क्योंकि अगर फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस ही नहीं होगा तो मैं वहीं से कह दूंगा कि डिफरेंशिएबल नहीं होगा। लेकिन अगर कंटिन्यूअस हो गया तो डिफरेंशिएबल हो भी सकता है, नहीं हो सकता। तो वैसे ही अगर nth टर्म की लिमिट 0 जा रही है तो सीरीज कन्वर्जेंट हो भी सकता, नहीं भी। जैसे यहाँ देखो, इसकी भी लिमिट, इसकी भी 1/n की भी लिमिट 0 जा रही है, nth टर्म 1/n स्क्वायर की भी लिमिट 0 जा रही है, लेकिन एक डाइवर्जेंट है जबकि एक कन्वर्जेंट है। ठीक है, लेकिन अगर सीरीज कन्वर्ज कर रहा है तो nth टर्म की लिमिट ऑलवेज क्या जाएगी, 0। उम्मीद है डिफरेंस क्लियर हो गया होगा।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सो आई कैन राइट हियर दैट कंटिन्यूटी, ये एक्सप्रेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, आप जो फंक्शंस में पढ़ के आते हो ना, अगर कभी भी कंफ्यूज तो इससे रिकॉल कर लिया करो। कंटिन्यूटी इज नेसेसरी कंडीशन फॉर डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी। फंक्शन अगर कंटिन्यूअस ही नहीं है तो डिफरेंशिएबल का तो सवाल ही नहीं उठता ना। हाँ, अगर कंटिन्यूअस है तो फिर वहां पे फिर चांसेस है डिफरेंशिएबल होने के, तो वो अलग कुछ टेस्ट अप्लाई करेंगे डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी के लिए, जैसा केस होगा। ठीक है, तो वही सेम चीज मैं यहाँ समझाना चाह रहा हूँ कि ये जो रिजल्ट है बेसिकली, इसलिए मैंने ऊपर देखो आपको लिखा होगा नेसेसरी कंडीशन। अगर आप नोटिस करो, मैंने यहाँ पे एक और टर्म यूज किया था, यहाँ पे मैंने हेडिंग डाला था नेसेसरी कंडीशन फॉर कन्वर्जेंस। If series is convergent, then nth limit of nth term, or you can say that nth term is always going to converge to 0, but its converse is not true. So for the case that its converse is not true, I have already provided you an example. The simplest example is summation 1 by n. One can see that its nth term is going to be 0, but still the series is not convergent. ठीक है, तो मैं यहीं पे बंद करता हूं इसे, और आपकी अगली क्लास होगी, कल डिस्कस करेंगे। ठीक है, ओके।